from like a stat point of view, if what Emily's saying about changing how you run, we can take about 20% of loading off your knee by just changing the way you run and maybe adapting if you've got knee pain. If we actually run you at like a bit of an incline, like a 5% gradient, there is about like 30% less impact to your knee joint. It puts a bit more on your hamstrings and your calves. So if you've had that an issue, we don't want to flare up something else. But we've had a few runners that can't run or just too sore like ground running, that we get them on the treadmill and do maybe like a couple of kilometre at probably a 5% incline, and it just lessens their knee pain. That still keeps them running and training, but it just offloads the knee a little bit to calm it down. If they're like, I've got this run in 2 weeks time, James, I need to be able to do it. We're like, we'll get a little bit of running in, but we'll maybe cross chain you and cycle and swim instead, and just to like settle the knee down. So yeah, we can probably change the percentage of loading going through your knee joint and different areas just by tweaking how you run style wise, like your cadence and maybe like your like incline training and certain bits like that. So it does play a big role. It's not one piece of the puzzle. With injuries, which we'll probably touch on, they're what we call multifactorial. So it's never shoes, it's never just loads. It's probably 15 different factors that all play a part, and our job as physios is trying to give you the education to reduce the risk of injury. We'll never be able to prevent it, I'm sorry to say that, but we can just reduce the number of times you get it. And I was chatting to the guys, can we reduce your time loss of activity? So you might be like, I've got 3 events this year. You might be like, I'm doing all of them. I've maybe had 2 weeks out of action all year. That's a pretty good rate. Whereas we don't want you to be out of action for 6 months a year consistently like that. That just means we're maybe not doing the right thing. It depends what issue it is, but can we just keep you running long term and like for longevity more than anything? I've had a few patients that I've seen at the moment for probably, I've been here about 3 years. I've had a few patients I've seen the whole time for 3 years that I've seen for maybe 12 weeks at the start to get them in a really good place, and then they still see me just every 2-3 months just to be like, is it still okay? And I'll keep going with it. And we don't do much, it's more just advising around all the risk factors and making sure everything's at bay. And they might come in and say, oh, my Achilles is an issue, my hip's an issue now, and then we just keep them going and keep them running more than anything, which, yeah, is good. That's what we want to do.